Hey, Janelle Howell, welcome in. Erin, welcome in. Miss Buchan. Lauren, welcome in. Pamela, welcome in. Janelle, how's everything going? Were you on our live yesterday? I don't know if I remember seeing you. I know you've been in and out a couple of times. Hey, Nat, welcome back. Samantha, welcome back. Glitter Queen, I love it. Samantha, the Glitter Queen. We love it. We are back for round 2 of our live. Hopefully everybody's doing good tonight. Our blossoms are coming in. I think we need to start filling in this area here. Hey, Gracie Gray, welcome in. Welcome back. I haven't seen you in a while. Your video for the day. Yeah. It was a beautiful weekend this weekend, Samantha. Yeah. I missed yesterday. I'm okay. I've been to the doctor for tests. Oh no. Hopefully everything looks good. Is it one of the? Did they give you the results there, or do you have to wait? Do you have to wait for them? Yeah, it was a really nice weekend this weekend. It was like 76, 77 degrees. It's starting to get hot here. I have the air conditioner on. I would keep the windows open. It's kind of too loud outside. It was a good day for a good day. Mary Liz, welcome in. Thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate that. Tanya Outlaw, welcome in. Jamie, welcome in. Anna, they're doing really good. They are cocooned. Yesterday we took the lids off and we hung them up. I don't know if you could see them from here, but we took both the east and west coast out and they're hanging and getting ready to come out. As soon as the room fills up, I'll turn the light on and then I'll bring the fallen hero. I was wondering about that too. I was supposed to Google it. There's one in each. there's for each coast. There's one that did not cling to the top. It's still at the bottom. The one that didn't hang up. Can you see it? He is. So I don't know. I need to Google it and find out what do we do with them. Because if I remember, they have to be hanging upside down because of gravity. Yeah, they are pacing themselves. They should be able to come out, but I don't know. Maybe they'll be able to break out lying on the side. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, we have a good total of 6 at least. It's gonna be so pretty. It is really cool. It's so fun too because they come out and the ink or the color kind of extra color comes out as well. So that's gonna be really fun. It's so gentle. It's so gentle. It's so delicate. The whole process, of them becoming butterflies. It's so funny how something so gentle and delicate like that can survive. Yeah, very fascinating. Very fascinating. Very, and they're beautiful too. Beautiful process. Beautiful wings, beautiful colors. It's amazing. Really cool. Yeah, I'll have to get an update on those butterflies that didn't attach themselves correctly. There always has to be a different one in the group. Always has to be a different one. But as soon as we get 20 people in here, we've got 14. We'll bring up the camera a little bit closer so we can see them. Should be fun. Thank you so much, guys, for the follows. I really appreciate it. We have a lot of new people here tonight. If you are new, please join the page. We read Monday through Friday, or Sunday through Friday. Hey, Shalise, welcome in. Today I learned about ULD. Oh, nice. Oh, Universal Design. What did you think about it? What did you think about it? What did you take away? Yes, UDL. I remember UDL, Universal. And the strategies are really helpful. It's like, oh, can you really use this in my class? Which is the one that you really liked? Which is the one that you really really enjoyed learning? It's so cool. Emily RH93, welcome in. Nayeli, welcome in. All right, let me go ahead and turn on the main light. And we'll get started. All right, I'm gonna bring you guys close to the caterpillar so you guys, or the cocoons, so you guys can see them. So I'm gonna take you on a little ride. All right, let's see if I can get this focused here. So, I think you guys can see them. I know I'm bouncing you guys around, but there they are. Our little butterfly cocoons. They are waiting in the wings. Let me see if I can get see the netting. You guys can see through. Let me do this. It's so hard to position this. So there they are, all 6 of them. And then the other ones are at the bottom. Oh no! Did I? Oh, okay. There you guys are. I thought I cut you guys off. Let me straighten that out. Yeah, 6 in total, Anna. 6 in total. And yeah, they're just there. Yeah, right. They have like their little tent there. Isn't that fun? Oh, Lola, you're having a baby. How many months are you? Oh, yay! I think this is like our 6th baby on our live. We have Billy Cody. She comes in on the East Coast. She's pregnant as well. She's almost due. Yes, congrats. Yay. Lola, how many months are you? I just found out today. Oh, how exciting. Yay. Yes, babies and butterflies. Let me see. So April. How many months are you, Lola? So maybe at the end of the year? December, is it going to be a December baby? November, December baby? Hey, Rach, welcome in. We've had 6 babies on our live. Hey, Dartini, welcome in. Oh, 2 weeks. Oh, wow. Nice. Yeah, so April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. This should be a December baby. December, January. Nice. Yay. Renee, welcome in. Welcome back. Can you say happy birthday to Molly? Mooly. Mooly. Mooly, happy birthday. We have somebody on YouTube who is their birthday today. Mooly. Always get a little nervous about saying names because I don't know if I'm being set up. We've had a couple of those. I love it. All right, let's go ahead and begin with a frog and toad. You're very welcome, Mooly. Really appreciate it. Happy birthday. Mooly, we are on Instagram and on TikTok as well with the same handle name, Ed Martin 50GX. Our next story. Hey Dartini, welcome in. Did you already put? Oh, not yet, and I have to. Yeah, I gotta get on top of that. To do my April birthdays. Yes. I have the list of people. Maybe what we'll do is we'll put the little decorations on the wall or on the tree rather than on the wall. I think that'll be fun. Today we're going to read The Kite. Toad and Frog. Frog and Toad went out to fly a kite. They went to a large meadow where the wind was strong. Our kite will fly up and up, said Frog. I will fly all the way up to the top of the sky. Toad, said Frog, I will hold the ball of string. You hold the kite and run. So here's our friend Frog and Toad. They're out on a nice day. It's windy. They're going to go fly a kite. They love their friendship. They're always going out doing something together. We love a good Frog and Toad story. Toad ran across the meadow. He ran as fast as his short legs could carry him. The kite went up in the air. It fell to the ground with a bump. Toad heard laughter. 3 robins were sitting in a bush. That kite will not fly, said the robins. You may as well give up. Toad ran back to Frog. Frog, said Toad, this kite will not fly. I give up. And there you have the robins, the pesky robins. They're laughing at poor Toad because his kite will not fly. We must make a second try, said Frog. Wave the kite over your head. Perhaps that will make it fly. Toad ran back across the meadow. He waved the kite over his head. The kite went up in the air and then fell down with a thud. What a joke, said the robins. That kite will never get off the ground. So the kite has become the topic of the day for everybody in the neighborhood, especially the robins. Robins, not very nice. They said, what a joke. That kite will never get off the ground. Toad ran back to Frog. This kite is a joke, he said. It will never get off the ground. We have to make a third try, said Frog. Wave the kite over your head and jump up and down. Perhaps that will make it fly. Toad ran across the meadow again. He waved the kite over his head. He jumped up and down, and the kite went up in the air and crashed down into the grass. That kite is junk, said the robins. Throw it away and go home. I love these robins. They're so supportive. So there he is throwing that kite up in the air. Just does not want to go after 3 tries. And those robins, they're just laughing away. Right, Gracie Gray? And now they're mean for no reason at all. Toad ran back to Frog. This kite is junk, he said. I think we should throw it away and go home. Toad, said Frog, we need one more try. Wave the kite over your head, jump up and down, and shout, up, kite, up. Toad ran across the meadow. He waved the kite over his head, and he jumped up and down and shouted, up, kite, up. The kite flew into the air. It climbed higher and higher. Look at the robins. They're all looking eagerly on top. They want to see if that kite is going to fly. We did it, cried Toad. Yes, said Frog. If a running try did not work, and a running and waving try did not work, and a running, waving, and jumping try did not work, I knew that a running, waving, jumping, and shouting try just had to work. The robins flew out of the bush, but they could not fly as high as the kite. Frog and Toad sat and watched their kite. It seemed to be flying way up at the top of the sky. Look at how satisfied they look. They finally got that pesky sky in the air. And then look at the robins. They can't go as high as the kite. The end. Frog and Toad, the kite. We're almost getting to the end of our Frog and Toad series. I'm going to be sad when we can't start the series anymore with Frog and Toad. Maybe we'll start back at the beginning again. All right, let's take a vote in the comments section for Frog and Toad, the kite. Good way to start the live. Always a good way to start the live. I give this one a 10. I give the beginning the first story a 10. What do you guys think? Aaron 10, Gracie Great 10 out of 10 always. Janelle Howell a 10. Aaron at 10, Lola 10. Yeah, we always feel like the Toad and Frog are always a 10. Anna 10. Really good way to begin the live. Okay. Our next story Fatima's Great Outdoors. Lola, tonight we're drinking lavender and honey. It was a lavender and honey. Hey, Shalise. I learned that every student has a different way of learning, and it is our job as teacher to give. Yes. Yes. Did they give you any, Shalise, did they give you any strategies? Did they teach you some strategies on how to teach? Because I know the UDL usually gives us a lot of different methods. What's the tea tonight? Yes. Thank you so much. Fatima's Great Outdoors. You guys are going to really love this one. I love it. It's so cute. It's a Muslim family and they go camping. Here you have this nice light blue end page. Yes, Lola's really good. Really good. It's very light too, but it tastes good. Fatima's Great Outdoors. Fatima and her appa stood at the curb and waited for their parents to pick them up from school. Today, they weren't going straight home. Today, the Kazi family was going camping for the first time. Camping, her father had told them over dinner, is a teaching in his teaching voice, was a great American pastime. I love it. So camping, her father had told them over dinner in his teaching voice, was a great American pastime. So this is a Muslim family, and they're going to go camping, just like the Americans. I love it. The trip felt like Fatima's reward after a long, hard week. On Monday, some kids wrinkled their noses at her lunch. On Tuesday, someone in class laughed and told her it's pronounced fractions, not fractions. On Wednesday, a boy pulled her long braid in the hallway. And on Thursday, she didn't do so well on her math quiz. Aw, our friend Fatima, she's not having a good she's not having a good week. She's not having a good week. Kids are making fun of her, long hair, the way she talks, pulling her hair. She didn't get a really good grade on her test. She's probably stressed out. Fatima smiled when her parents pulled up. The sisters pulled into the car, squeezing in between pillows, blankets, and big cardboard box filled with cooking supplies. Wow, this is a lot of stuff, Fatima yelled. Are we moving to the forest? Mama asked the girls in Urdu if they were excited as she reached back to hand them warm homemade samosas. Oh, I think they're Indian. The girls nodded vigorously with jack-o'-lantern smiles. Mama's samosas always tasted extra delicious on road trips. How about some ganye? Papa asked. Mohammed Rafi's voice rose from the car speakers and Bollywood songs spilled out from the windows. Fatima's cares melted away as they all sang along in Hindi. Oh, yes. I made a mistake. It's not our Muslim family. It's a Indian family. In Hindi. And they're going to all participate in an American tradition of camping. Appa shouted over the music and announced to the whole car how well she had done on her math homework. Appa's teacher even asked her to come to the front of the class and solve a hard problem on the board that most of the other kids had gotten wrong. Shabash, Papa said with pride. Appa went on and on about school. Fatima slumped in her seat and ate another samosa. Yes, samosas are really good. Especially when you get that little green sauce and you dip it inside where the meat is at. So good. They're getting ready to go camping. As Fatima thought about how to change the topic, her big sister pointed out the window and shouted, "Look, we're here!" The family cheered as they passed the sign in the State Park. Look at how pretty this picture is here. So they're at Emerald State Park. And look at this sun coming in. Look at how pretty that looks. Very pretty. At the campsite, the girls helped their parents unload. First, Papa said, "We must build our tent." Appa and Mama chose to start dinner instead. Fatima watched as Papa took the tent gear out of the sack. So they're getting ready. They're all of their tent supplies, they're taking them out. Starting to gather. There's some people in the other campsite unloading their stuff. How many of you guys like going camping? Papa grumbled in Urdu when the pieces wouldn't fit. Fatima wanted to help, but could she? She hadn't done anything right at school that week. What would make the campground any different? Fatima took a tiny step closer. She suggested to Papa that they read the instruction manual together. Hey, Lauren, welcome in. So Fatima wasn't feeling too good because she didn't have a really good week. Didn't allow her to really feel confident in helping her dad. Oh, did you know you love camping? Yeah, it's really fun. I always forget how crisp the air is. Crystal X, welcome in. Thank you so much. When they finished, Fatima stood proudly next to their brand new home in the forest. Shabash, Papa's bare paw clapped her shoulder. The Kanzi family celebrated the start of their first camping trip over a delicious dinner of shami kebab and rotis that Mama had brought from home. I love it. They're just living their whole Indian life out in that campground. They've got ruti, they have shami kebabs. I love it. They didn't bring hot dogs or they didn't bring any other American food. They bought their own Indian food or tradition. And they're even dressed in their own tradition too. We love it. Crystal X, thank you so much for joining. After dinner, Fatima and Appa crawled into the family tent. They were so excited to snooze in their new sleeping bags. They never had rooms of their own, not even in India, so being together in one big tent felt cozy and right. The girls zipped up their sleeping bags and chattered on as their parents finished cleaning up. Appa was telling Fatima about how she won her class spelling bee when suddenly her face dropped. She gasped and pointed to the tent ceiling. 8 long, giant legs gripped the outside of the tent. Yuck. So there they are sleeping, getting ready for bed. There's Mom and Dad's silhouette. They're cleaning. And they're in the tent. And then there's the spider. Look at the spider coming down. I'm in a wheelchair, so now. Oh no! Do you know that's right? Huh? Yes, they're very cozy, especially when it's raining outside. A monster! The girls screamed and huddled together. They cried out for Mama. She was fearless and would know what to do. When they lived in India, Mama would catch the lizards and throw them out without flinching. That's why she had that funny finger, Appa said. She had been getting rid of a scorpion from her house when it stung her. Mama, she is not afraid. Look at the kids. You're like, what? They knew their mama would know what to do. The monster moved across the roof and the girls screamed again. What's going on? Mama shouted over the sound of the dishes being washed. The Kazis didn't use paper plates because they were too expensive. Mama, don't open the tent, Appa yelled. There's a giant poisonous spider monster outside. Don't be silly, it's tiny, Mama replied impatiently. Go brush your teeth before bed. Mama held the tent door flaps, and on the count of 3, the girls ran out. They followed the same precautions coming back inside. 1, 2, 3. They zoomed into their sleeping bags in a single, fluid motion. There they are. They're so afraid of that spider. Look at them. And then Mom tells them, oh, come on out. But look at that light coming out of the tent. Isn't that really cozy? Looks like it's nice and warm in there. That night, Fatima had a hard time falling asleep. Crickets chirped and wind blew against their tent. She flinched every time a twig snapped. But soon, as the trees swayed outside, Fatima's eyes got heavy and she drifted into a warm, deep sleep that only campers enjoy. Soft snores drifted outside the Kazis' tent and joined the sounds of the forest. You have all the little fireflies. You have the night bird. It's probably an owl. You got the deer. We love a good moon in children's literature. We love a good moon in children's literature. The next morning, Fatima woke up to the smell of anda and roti cooking in ghee. Papa was waiting for her to make the bacon over a roaring fire. He had promised Fatima they could have bacon for breakfast, just like the other American families. They had even made a special trip to the Hala butcher shop for the beef kind. Bahar Agio, Papa called for them to come outside. The sisters crept out slowly. So they have all of their. I just love this couple. They're all they're all camping in their finery. Mama pointed to the top of the tent between chuckles. Go look at your big monster, she said. A harmless little daddy longlegs sat quietly between beads of morning dew. It had been guarding them from mosquitoes all night. The girls laughed and laughed. Mama and Papa laughed too. Fatima was pretty sure the spider joined in as well. Oh, so it's just a daddy longlegs, but still, a spider is a spider. I don't care how defenseless it is. A spider is a spider. I don't want him anywhere near me when I'm sleeping. Let's start the campfire so we can make this smoky bacon you've been so excited about, Fatima, Papa said. 20 minutes later, there still was no campfire. Papa grumbled under his breath, and Yurda, the fire wouldn't catch. Fatima looked around at the other families' campsites, and they all had roaring fires. Why couldn't theirs look like that? Why did Fatima's family always have to be so different? She pouted and kicked rocks. So they couldn't get it together. Dad couldn't get his together. And then you have the families there. They've got all the roaring fires going. And Fatima's looking at them thinking, why can't our family be just like theirs? It's very relatable. Papa kept spraying lighter fluid on the logs. The fire would scream for a second and then it would be gone. Mama came over to see what all the fuss was about. She shook her head and clicked her teeth in disapproval, the way Fatima's aunties did. That's not how you start a fire. Let me show you, she said. A fire, like strength, takes patience to build. She made the girls gather twigs and dry leaves for kindling, then bigger sticks for tinder. Mama has it all ready to go. She knows about the gathering the twigs and dry leaves for kindling, and then bigger sticks for tinder. Dad with his lighter fluid. Unlike Papa, who grew up in big cities in India, Mama came from a small town where they had to use wood-burning stove outside to make chai when they ran out of gas for the inside stove. Fatima remembered visiting her Nani's house and helping one morning. Mama showed Fatima how to use a long metal pipe to breathe oxygen into the fire. That's how it comes alive, she said. So that's her and her mom, or that's her mom there when she was a little girl and she used to get the fire going in the potbelly stove. Fatima remembered that when it was her turn, she'd blown a giant puff of air into the fire. But no one told her not to inhale right after. She got a mouthful of smoke and started coughing. Her cousins had howled with laughter at the city girl. Well, now you know, Mama had said, rubbing Fatima's back as she coughed. Fatima smiled at that memory and watched wide-eyed as Mama blew life into the campfire. Though Fatima hadn't built the fire herself, now she knew how. Right, Gracie Gray? Sounds like a lot of fun. I'm thinking of that cold, crisp air when you go camping. As the Kazi family packed up, Fatima's heart felt heavy. I'm so sad, she told Appa. I don't want to go home. Home meant no laughing around the campfire or telling funny stories from India. Home meant no long road trips with fresh samosas and Bollywood singing along in the car. Home meant taking tests, doing homework, getting in trouble, and being teased at school. Home meant Mama and Papa would be tired again from working long hours and 2 jobs each. Aww. She really loved it out there in the outdoors. Going home just meant all the drudgery of responsibility. Drudgery. She likes it out better there in the free. Being free. Fatima looked at the tall trees and the big blue sky and the imprints in the dirt where their tent used to stand. Being outdoors reminded her of how she used to feel in India. She had fun, she didn't feel sad or scared, and she loved how adventure was around every corner. At the campground, Fatima felt like a superhero, but now she had to leave it all behind. Appa rubbed Fatima's back and said, "Don't worry, we'll be back soon. Remember, you can share all this at show and tell." I think she really discovered the type of girl that she is. She's an outdoor girl. She loves nature. She finds safety in nature, not in school, not in books. And she needs a lot of comfort because of that. Fatima returned to school with stories of her great outdoors. "Guess what?" she asked her classmates. "I am a superhero. I have lots of new superpowers. I can build fires and tents, and I'm not afraid of spider monsters." Fatima beamed as she thought about what the Kazi family's next camping adventure would hold. Oh, there she is in her school. All brave and confident now. Show and tell Mondays. She drew everything, the kindling, the twigs. My camping trip, firewood. All the kids are all mesmerized. Oh, there she is taking a picture with her family. That's so sweet. That's a very standard picture taking by the water like that. And then you got these people. Brown people camping. I love it. Brown people camping. The end. Fatima's great outdoors. This is a good one. This is a good one. This is a good one. All right, let's take a vote. We started with, it was very wholesome, I agree. We started with Frog and Toad storybook favorites, and then we just finished Fatima's great outdoors. I love this one because it's so American, but yet it's an Indian family doing it. Camping is a very American tradition. Well, I mean, they do it in other countries, but I always associate it with being American. Gracie Gray 2. Selena Kyle, thank you so much. Aaron 2. What are our votes tonight? Janelle Howell 2. Eric Rhea. I remember watching your live when I was pregnant, and now I got a 4-month. Oh, nice. Erica, welcome back. Ericia Ray. Ericia, am I saying that right? Oh, welcome back. Gosh, you're 4 months. Yes. We have, who is our friend that is just found out she's pregnant too? Who is our friend? Let's see. I'm scrolling. Lola. Lola's pregnant. She just found out she's pregnant. That's exciting. How's the new baby? How's mom doing? How's the family doing? I hope everything's going great. Hey, Stefario, welcome in to Instagram. All right, let's start our third book. Let's see what we have in the stats here tonight for you guys. Oh, I know. We are going to take it back. We have a Bear Stained Bears in here that we have not read. that I think you guys are going to really enjoy. You can never say no to a Berenstain Bears book. I don't care what anybody says. If you want tradition and you want old school, you can't go wrong with Bless Our Gramps and Gran. Crystal Eggs. Oh, thank you so much, Eric. I really appreciate that one. Yeah, we haven't read a good Berenstain Bears book in a while. We had our Berenstain book anthology that we read, but we haven't read this one. This one wasn't included in it. These are the more recent ones because the baby honey is in it. Honey Bear. Rain, rain, rain. It was a gray, rainy afternoon in September. Brother, sister, and Honey were playing with their Noah's Ark playset. All that rain gave them an idea. Noah, his family, and the animals from the ark were spread out on the rug, but the rain was still getting the cubs down. They looked about as dull and dreary as the weather. So here's their little house, their little tree house. We love the Berenstain Bears house. If we could, Airbnb should do something like this, where they convert a tree into a tree house like the Berenstain Bears. Wouldn't that be fun? They've got some additions here. And it's raining. They've got their Noah's Ark playset there. Sister Bear, Brother Bear, and there's Honey Bear. Why so gloomy? Asked Papa. I thought you'd still be excited from the start of school last week. And that reminds me, said Mama. Don't you cubs have homework to do? Ah, Mama, groaned Brother. That's why we feel gloomy. All we have to look forward to is homework. Homework and more homework. But Halloween will be coming up pretty soon, said Papa. Not for nearly 2 months, moaned Sister. Isn't that very typical? Homework, homework, homework. We don't want to do homework. Halloween is too far away. Papa looked at the calendar. Did you know that a very important holiday is just a few days away? He asked. Which one is that? asked Sister. Grandparents' Day, said Papa. We've never heard of that, said the cubs. It's right here on the calendar, said Papa. Sure enough, the very next Sunday was Grandparents' Day. Grandparents' Day always falls on a Sunday after Labor Day. So there he is, pointing it out to them. They're following the very traditional school calendar, starting school after Labor Day. I remember we used to start after Labor Day. Can we celebrate Grandparents' Day with our own Gramps and Gran? Asked Sister. Good idea, said Mama. In fact, we should start a new Bear family tradition. Let's celebrate Grandparents' Day every year, starting this year. The cubs were thrilled. They wanted to do something to show Gramps and Gram how much they loved them. But what? They had lots of experience with Mother's Day and Father's Day, but they'd never done a Grandparents' Day before. And so they're going to celebrate Gran and Gram. Grandma and Grandpa's Day. Probably can do some chores for them. I think they would really like that. Why don't you think of the ways Gramps and Gran are important to you, suggested Papa. They may help you. That may help you get some ideas. Well, said Brother, I love it when Gramps takes us fishing. He always baits our hook for us. And I love it when Gran takes us on nature walks, added Sister. She knows the names of all the birds and butterflies. Oh, that's very sweet. The grandfather would take the worms and bait them. And then Grandma would take them on a walk, and she knew all the names of the birds and butterflies. Look at how cute those butterflies are and the birds. Those are good things, said Mama. What else? Gramps plays checkers with us, said Brother, but he's not very good at it. We always beat him. And Gran plays cards with us, said Sister. She's not very good at that either, but we always win. Gramps plays the banjo and harmonica, said Brother, and he can whistle Yankee Doodle through his nose, said Sister. Gran bakes us cookies, cakes, and pies, and she lets us lick the spoon, said Sister. Yum, said Honey. So these are all the activities that the Grams and Gramps does with the kids. The banjo, baking cookies, checkers, but not that they're really good at it. The Cubs thought of more special things about their grandparents. Gramps makes toys and models for us, said Brother. He can even build a ship in a bottle. Gran knits sweaters and scarves for us, said Sister. She can even make dolls and doll clothes. Didn't they make a whole Noah's Ark set for you? Papa reminded them. Yes, they did, said Brother. Gramps made the ark. And Gran made Noah, his family, and the animals, said Sister. Aw, the grandparents are very talented. They're using their talents to give all these clothes, the stuffed animals, and then the Noah's Ark set for the babies. Oh, Steph Rio. Guys, it's Steph Rio's birthday. We normally do, Steph Rio, we normally do, we'll make like a little decoration for the month for April, but I haven't got to that part yet. But let me show you. I'm going to show you the TikTok group. Guys, Steph Rio, she's on Instagram right now. You're looking at TikTok. Everybody wish Steph Rio a happy birthday. How old are you today, Steph Rio? Let's wish her a happy birthday. We always want to make sure that people feel special on their birthday. I think our West Coast group has fallen asleep. But as soon as the happy birthdays come in, I'll let you. Oh, there we go. Dartini and Aaron wished you a happy birthday. You see that? Mariah wished you a happy birthday. Mariah Bull, Fit 548, Dartini, Make a Wish, Nell Howard, Avery Rose, Anna, happy birthday. Thank you guys. Our friend Steph is in she is in Instagram land right now. She's in there by herself, so we're gonna wish her a happy birthday. Yes, Avery Rose. You're welcome, Steph. Happy birthday to you. Oh, Avery Rose, yes, you're on the late stream tonight. Did you ever think about what happened to Noah and his wife after the flood? When they left the ark with all the animals, their sons and their sons' wives? Asked Mama. No, said Sister, puzzled. What happened? They became grandparents, said Mama. That's right, said Brother. Everyone was having babies all over the place. Papa nodded. God told them to be fruitful and increase in number to fill up the earth again. And that's just what they did. Maybe we could write a story about Noah and his wife and all their grandchildren for Gramps and Gram, said Sister. And we could give it to them right after church on Sunday, said Brother, on Grandparents' Day. What a great idea, said Mama and Papa. They're going to go with that whole story. Noah's Ark. They were having babies all over the place. The Cubs set to work. Mama and Papa helped them learn about Noah's family in the Bible. It turned out Noah and his wife had 16 grandsons. What about granddaughters? Asked Sister. Didn't they have any granddaughters? Well, said Papa, the Bible doesn't mention it, but I think they must have had granddaughters. We're getting in territory. We're getting in some territory here. Yeah, but who's the one that has to have all the babies? The family of Shem, the family of Joseph. It's interesting. What about the granddaughters? Asked sister. Didn't they have granddaughters? Well, said Papa, the Bible doesn't mention it, but I think they must have had granddaughters. The Cubs made a big book with pictures of Noah, his wife, their sons and wives, and all 16 grandsons. They gave them 16 granddaughters too, just to even things out. Brother wrote the names of the grandsons next to each of them. Sister and Honey gave names to the grandparents. I love this. Very traditional. Look at all the details. They wrote everybody's name and they paired everybody. Look at these guys right here. Sue and Jasmine. Cush and Mizrain. Shirley, Rita, Ginger, Babs, Heather. Those must be the more modern kids. After church on Sunday, the Bear family visited with Gramps and Gran to give them their gift. Gramps and Gram were delighted. "Is this adorable?" said Gran. "Look at all those grandchildren." "Here are Noah's 16 grandsons," said Brother. "They're just like me." "And here are all the granddaughters," said Sister. "They're just like me." "Me too," said Honey. Grizzly Gran studied Noah's granddaughters. "Did Noah really have granddaughters named Betsy, Chris, and Millie?" she asked. They embellished a little. You had to even them out. You couldn't leave out the girls. "Never mind about that," said Mama, laughing. "What's important is that you have grandcubs who love you." "Happy Grandparents' Day," said the cubs, giving Gramps and Gram big bear hugs. "Thank you, grandcubs," said Gramps, hugging them back. "We may not have as many grandchildren as Noah and his wife, but we do have 3 of the very best." Heart emoji. I don't know. The Bearstain Bears, that's what I thought too. Bearstain being Jewish. But maybe they're dabbling in the Old Testament, maybe? The end. Bless our Gramps and Gran. They might be because they celebrate Easter. We have an Easter story, so they might be half and half. What's Noah's wife name? Avery Rose. Is that a question or is that a joke? Is that a punchline to that? They could be Messianic Jewish. Oh, okay. Oh, the Bible doesn't say. Oh, okay. I thought it was a joke. I thought you were setting us up for a joke. What's Noah's wife's name? Thank you. Okay, bless our Gramps and Gran. Yeah, we'll have to look that up. I don't have a joke. Okay, sorry about that. All right, Frog and Toad, 1. Fatima's Great Outdoors, 2. And then Bless Our Gramps and Gramps. You guys are getting a very wide cultural taste of children's literature tonight. Christ evolved from Jewish beliefs, so maybe all of it. Yes. Yeah. With the last name Bearstein, I would think it would be Jewish, but you're right. They could be another type of Jewish for like the crossover. Because I know that the son took over and it was leaning more towards a Christian theme for the Bearstain Bears. So it might be a little mix of both. Yeah, Living Lot. It says, Living Light's Bearstain Bear books help children learn how God wants them to live every day. Bearstein Bears. Okay, let's see what everybody's voting on. Let's see, Janelle Howell, 2. Aaron, 2. Michaela, 3. Classic Bears, yes. Gracie Gray, 2. Mm-hmm, yeah. Heart emoji, yes. Crystal, 3. Yeah, Bearstein Bears. Always gonna have a good Bearstein Bear book in there. Always gonna have a good one. Always have to have a good Bearstein Bear. Avery Rose, you're gonna go with that one? Okay. Sounds like a plan. Shalise, 2 and 3. Excellent. Let's see what else we have in the stacks tonight for you. What good one are we going to pick out today? Let's see what we have in the stacks. Oh. The House in the Night. Yes, something good, something young. I think you guys are going to really enjoy this one. Look at the illustrations on this one. Mm-hmm. Yes. Bearstein Bears, we have an anthology that we got through. So we're going through the Frog and Toad anthology. We have a Bearstein Bears anthology that we just got through, probably a month ago. The House in the Night. Look at these illustrations here. Look at how pretty. It's all black and white shading. We love a good moon in children's literature. Love a good moon. Mm-hmm. Yes, Frog and Toad. We love a good Frog and Toad. We love a good frog and toad. Here is the key to the house. Okay, have a good night, Gracie Gray. Yes, the moon's really good. I think this is going to be a book where the pictures tell a separate story as do the words. So here's the key to the house. So we see this beautiful illustration. Look at these shadings here. And then the patterns within the shadings. So you have the illustrations themselves, but they have all these little patterns, these details. Look at her hair. She's got all these lines. Yeah, the little doggy. The lines. And then the sweater has got like a pattern. Isn't that interesting? It's very textured. That's the word I was looking for. Oh, it looks like a goat to you? Yeah. And I love how the key and this are gold. So everything's black and white. So we're getting a gold key. I wonder why the key is gold. And why is this leash the only thing with color in it? In the house burns a light. So we see this beautiful sun here in the background. Again, another gold. We get cozy lights inside of a house. Some dandelions probably, or daisies maybe. And then look at these illustrations though. Very detailed, very precise too. Like straight lines. Lines everywhere. Curly lines. Curly lines in the trees, in these rocks, these bushes here. They're going inside this house. Yes, very textured. In that light rests a bed. So this light that we've been seeing here, in that light rests a bed. So that she picked some of these gold dandelions, these gold flowers. I was doing that for my school tonight, so I wasn't here. Oh, hey, Ellie. What did you do for your school? And then she's going into this little room. There's a golden light there. She's got the golden key. And there's a little hook for it there. The leash. The cat. We love a good cat in children's literature. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you caught that one too, huh, Rose? We love a good cat. On that bed waits a book. Let's look for all the things that are gold and see if there's any. Yes, we love a good moon. We love a good cat. Yeah, and it's held up by a little heart. That's really cute. We have a networking night called Mocktails that lets a student interact with Oh, how fun. I love it. Mocktails. We have a gold book, golden lamp, a gold ball, a golden dress, globe. I wonder if the gold means anything. The house in the night. In that book flies a bird. Very interesting illustrations. Very interesting illustrations. She's looking at a book. Very similar to the one that we're looking at. We love in children's literature when you get a page with no words and just the picture. You get like a little break. Yes, the yellow details. You got a yellow sun here. And this is the inside book that she's looking at. Look at how pretty that bird is. It's so interesting because everything in these pictures are just lines. Lines. Trees, houses, lines. More lines. Is that bird, in that bird breathes a song. So she escapes with a bird from the book. It's almost like a, so almost looks like our thumbprint or fingerprints. The details. Like fingerprints all around. Like somebody's big thumbprint. All about the starry dark. There they are. The stars. Stars at night. Yeah, the yellow details on this make it really pop. It pops a lot. Through the dark glows the moon. Look at those details. Beth Cromes is the illustrator. Beth Cromes. We love a good moon, especially when it's happy. On the moon's face shines the sun. It did, huh, Anna? That's very poetic. On the moon's face shines the sun. It's very true. On the moon's face shines the sun. Sun in the moon, moon in the dark. All these pops of yellow, gold. The teddy bear. The beak. Dark in the song, song in the bird. We're getting our pops of yellow again in the house. Coziness. Shading. Bird in the book. Book on the bed. Oh, there she is back again on the bed with, and the bird's going back in the book. And she's got her dog and her cats. We love good cats and dogs in children's literature. Yes, we love our opposites. So we're either sun or moon. Very true. Very true. Or a reflection of one another. Bed in the light. The starry night. The glow. The details of the clothes on the floor, getting ready for bed. The cat dragging like a stuffed animal. The book with the bird, and then the little this little thing here. What are these? Mobile. Mm. Oh yes, the little kittens. You're right. I didn't think about that. Yeah, she's got a little baby. Oh, that's why they're smaller. I was wondering why they were so small here. Like, why are they smaller? But you're right, they're little kittens. She's just dragging them around. I love it. Light in the house. Yes, love the black and white illustration with pops of color. It brings in a form of contrast. Yes, and coziness. Doesn't it? I love the way you describe that, Shalise. It's so true. The black and the whites, the illustrations, the pops of color it brings in a form of contrast. Yeah, and coziness. Very true. Here is the key to the house. There's that key again from the beginning. Then somebody's putting her to sleep. Look at, there's something underneath the bed here. The house in the night. Where is their house at? Do we find it? There's the bird, or the owl. The weather vane. A home full of light. Oh, look at how nice this is. The moon shining in. The little girl asleep with her teddy bear. The little cat with her kittens. Aw. The dog in its dog bed. It is very cozy. And then you got the family portrait here. Cozy vibes. Definitely cozy vibes, especially with that moon. I'm laying with my cat watching. I know, right? Yeah, Jammy. It's a good book. The illustrations. Says the author's note. In the Oxford Nursery Rhyme book, first published in 1955, Iona and Peter Opie collected nursery rhymes handed down over many years, including one that begins, "This is the key of the kingdom. In that kingdom is a city, and in that city is a town. In that town there is a street." Like other traditional poems with cumulative patterns, such as "Hush, Little Baby, Don't Say a Word," and "This is the house that Jack built," "This is the key of the kingdom," has long been one of my favorites, and it inspired the pattern of this picture book. Oh, interesting. The end. So I looked the author up, and highlighted parts are glowing to show children the origins of light. Oh, interesting. Crystal, thank you so much for doing that. In a household. Oh, cool. So it does have symbolic meaning to it. The yellow. I love that. I love when they do things like that, especially in children's literature, because that's the least place that you would expect it, that you would see it. To be intellectually stimulating, stimulate the brain, stimulate the brain. The end, the house in the night. I would have to say you guys got some very deep cultural books tonight. Deep cultural books, yes, really good. Frog and Toad. Always got to start light and easy. Something easy on the brain, nothing too difficult. Then we got into cultural. Fatima's Great Outdoors. An Indian family doing American things. Then we got super religious, Bless Our Gramps and Gram. We delved into the spiritual. Then we delved into the artistic. We delved into the artistic and the philosophical. The house in the night. All these genres packed in children's literature. Can't beat it. Can't beat it. You just can't. All right, let's take a vote. Yeah, Mia Rodriguez, Bears Seen Bears was really good. It was a good one. Guys, remember this one from yesterday? Claudette. Love her. Love it. Alrighty, friends, let's take a vote. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Which one? You're switching to 4? Okay, Aaron 2. Yeah, I think I love this one. The house in the night. I love the illustrations on this. I love the lines. Love the lines. Loving them. All right, let's take out our Blossom for tonight. Let's see what we got here. Aaron 2, Avery Rose 4, Janelle Howell 4, Shalise 4, Mariah 4, Jamie 4, Jammy 10. Allison, I only heard 4, but it was 10 out of 10. All right, perfect. Allie, good job on your work tonight. Those always are really good, those mixers. I love doing those. They're so much fun. I ordered my own copy of Papillon. Kate Ward. Oh, Shalise, really? Yeah, Papillon. Remember that one? I think I turned that one in already. Papillon. That was a good one. I love Papillon. I love saying the name Papillon too. Papillon. All right, let's shake it up. That was a good one. Shake it up. Let's spray it. We're getting a hang of this. We no longer need the background for it. So we got a little shimmer there. Just a light shimmer. Nothing too heavy. We're going to start putting some up here because we're kind of bare at the, we're kind of bare at the top. I don't want to disrupt our cocoons. Okay, this Wednesday we're going to be making bunny rabbit faces made out of cotton. So that's going to be our Project Wednesday. So if you're new here, we do this Sunday through Friday, 10 p.m. for the East Coast, 9 o'clock for the West Coast. We do 4 books a night, two live readings. And then on Wednesday, we do Project Wednesday. We're going to be making bunny faces with real cotton. I'll have a sample for you. I'm thinking I'll have a sample for you tomorrow. But thank you guys so much for the 16,000 likes. Much appreciated. Everybody have a good night. I'm going to go to sleep because I am tired. My eyes are heavy. Alrighty, friends. Have a good night, and we will hopefully see you tomorrow. Have a good night, everybody.